if you're a small business owner who does their own marketing, you need like everything to go as fast as possible. And you've probably seen content out there on the internet that shows you how you can schedule an entire month's worth of content in an hour. But what does that actually look like in practice, not just in theory? And that's exactly what I wanted to show you today, how you can plan 2 weeks of social media content and get captions drafted in fewer than 10 minutes. So I'm here in one of my Enji accounts and I'm going to show you exactly how it's done. So this is the way my brain works. Maybe your brain would go through this process a little bit differently and has a little bit of a different workflow, and that's fine. But I just wanted to show you how I use Enji to get 2 weeks of content planned and captions drafted lickety split. So the first thing that I go and do is I drop my Instagram posts on the calendar at the pace and or cadence that I want. So for this example, we're going to go with Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for this 2-week period. So that in the end, after I've got things scheduled, I don't really have to do any heavy lifting on Instagram for 2 whole weeks until I need to go through this process again. So now that I've got the posts on the calendar, the next step is to go through and plan the topics. Now, there are different ways that you can go about this. So Enji has a really fantastic AI-powered idea generator that creates ideas that are personalized to your business. So you can go into the idea generator and grab an idea to drop it in as the topic and then move on to the next. So that's one way you can do it. Actually, I lied. There's 3 ways that you can do this. The second way is you can do it the good old-fashioned way. And I am one of those people that loves paper as much as I love technology. And so I'm going to take one of my ideas here. So let's go with I fail more than I succeed. And if I didn't spell succeed right, please don't judge me. Typing on camera is full of pressure. So that's the second way that you can drop ideas in there. The third way, which actually is kind of the coolest way, is you can go to your blog or a different page of your website and you can grab a URL of a web page or a blog post and then drop it in here because you see it says topic or link. So let's say for this one, I'm going to do a blog or an Instagram post about this blog about the state of small business support. And actually, we've got another new blog post. So let's also grab that one. And then I'm going to drop that in here. And then I'll drop another idea. Let's see. Let's do that one. And then for the last post, I'll also do, I'm going to leave myself a note that I need to talk through a marketing problem. Okay, so now I've gone through and I have the topics planned for 2 weeks of Instagram posts. So I could theoretically do this ahead of time and walk away from it so that my future self has something to come back to, but let's just keep working through it. So now that I've got all the topics planned out, I'm just gonna start working through and drafting things with the AI copywriter. So I'm gonna go into the caption, I'm gonna access the AI copywriter, and this is my opportunity to give it a little bit more so that it has more information, more insight to draft the best caption that it can. So for this one, I'm just going to type in something simple. Okay, so let's just roll with that. And I'm going to hit, I'm actually going to not have it include emojis, and let's make this one a short guy and then hit draft it for me. So then Enji's AI copywriter is going to go and the caption is drafted for me to then just spend, another minute or two refining it to make sure that it's something that I'm really proud of and it, is something I want to put out there. So let's move on to the next one. So I fail more than I succeed. Let's make this one average. let's let it use emojis. And for this one, let's talk about okay, and then hit draft it for me. And then I just have to wait for a few seconds to have the draft of the caption ready for my revision. And then I can move on to this one. Now for this one, since I've already dropped in a link, I actually can just let Enji go for it. Because what Enji is going to do is it's going to go and read that blog post and then write a caption based on what it read. So, and it does it so fast, which is the coolest thing, because it's like going and reading this blog post, and you can see that it's kind of like writing a little bit slower because it has to think, but it's still a super fast way to take a blog post or a page of your website and turn it into an Instagram caption lickety split. I think maybe I've said lickety split twice in this video, and I apologize. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep working through this. So talking through a problem, a marketing problem that small business owners have. And let's have this one be not is working. And let's go average here and draft it for me. Okay, I've got that one done. And then here's another blog post. Let's let this one go shorter. And then for this last one, because everybody is always wondering which website builder is the best one for me. Let's let the copywriter have a little bit more real estate to work with. And then here, I'm just gonna type in a few notes. Okay, and then we'll hit draft. And there you have it. In fewer than 10 minutes, we've planned and drafted captions for 2 weeks worth of Instagram posts. So now all I need to do, like I said, go back. You obviously want to give the captions a good read, make some revisions to really make them your own. And then the only thing that's left is to upload your photos, your graphics, or your video clips, and then get things scheduled to posts. And if social media isn't your absolute best marketing channel, like you don't know beyond the shadow of a doubt that your best customers and clients find you and convert through Instagram, or that that's the marketing channel that's bringing you in the most leads, then honestly, it's not the place that you should be spending crazy amounts of time. That time is best spent on your marketing channels where you know that your best customers and clients are finding you, and that's the place that they are converting. So having tools like this to get your social media content scheduled and drafted and out into the world as fast as humanly possible is one of the best favors that you can do your future self. And clearly, Enji makes it super simple for you with these really easy to use tools. So I'd love for you to start your free trial of Enji today to see how awesome it feels to have your social media content done when you've got the support of a piece of software that actually gets to know your business and understands the job to be done.